Hello, friends. Tony Val with Promethius Consulting, and I wanted to give you guys a quick update on the supply chain issues being experienced from a computer hardware perspective. You know, we all want to keep our computer networks current, functioning very well. We want to keep nice, fresh equipment in front of our staff people. And we all know that this has been quite a challenge over about the last year and a half due to supply chain issues. It's affecting many industries. It's been well known that been a computer chip shortage, and so we're all kind of feeling the pain. And I want to talk today about how that's changed a little bit. And I think we need to be aware of what's going on so that you're not caught off guard. Let's do just a little bit of review. I pulled up some articles. I just wanted to show that back in 2021, they were already talking about America's epic chip shortage. Again, this was from September of 2021. This was already very well known. And, you know, Prometheus procures a whole lot of computer hardware we have for years and years and years. And this past year and a half has been very challenging. Lots of waiting, lots of slowdowns. CNN had this article. Some manufacturers have less than 5 days supply of computer chips. Commerce Department warns. Computer World was talking about the alarming chip shortage back in January of this year. So we all knew it was bad news. And PBS floated this article. U.S. warns that computer chip shortage could shut down factories. So this was already bad news. And again, from our experience, this has been very challenging. We've been warning clients for over a year that you really need to now plan way ahead if you're trying to procure equipment, especially, you know, good computers for your staff members. So this has been a challenge, as I said, but the reason for this video today is everything has changed. And unfortunately, I think for the worse. So what happened recently, of course, is now the China lockdown. Shanghai has been almost completely locked down. If you're paying attention, you know, you see very just heart-wrenching imagery coming out of that part of the world. 25 million inhabitants. Many of them have been locked down for, as I record this today, it's been a month or more. And it's been really rough. Commerce has effectively shut down. And from a computer hardware perspective, China is integral. This is an image of ships waiting to dock outside of Shanghai. More than 500 ships waiting to unload in Shanghai. And this practically looks like a diaper rash here. And it's just a horrible situation. It's completely stopped. And again, the thing that's concerning is we were already having trouble getting equipment. So keep in mind, you know, what I'm concerned about today is keeping your staff people happy. You know, people, they get kind of cranky when that computer in front of their or on their desktop just slows down, has a problem, is just giving them errors. They like for things to of course get fixed, but get refreshed every once in a while, so they don't just lose their mind and just get all frustrated. That's what we're trying to prevent. So I think this situation in China makes this more and more challenging. You know, this is going to be something that is, who knows how bad it's going to get. I'm just pretty certain it's going to get real bad. Now, there's some good news here. The good news is it just so happens that there is a solution that's already been in use for a good while. It was really created to address security issues and these ransomware attacks, cybercrime, that sort of thing. There's been a solution that works extremely well for that, and it just so happens that it is the perfect response to this supply chain trouble that we've been seeing. So I want to explain what that is and why this is something that you, at the very least, need to be aware of. If you're trying to navigate the life of your computer network and keeping your staff people happy and keeping everything secure and moving very nicely in spite of the supply chain stuff, then this video is for you. I want to do just a little bit of education to kind of explain how this why was this technology created, and just really high level, how does it work? Okay, so going back in time, this is, believe it or not, back before the internet. Can you believe it? Computer networks used to be self-contained. Everything on the network was typically in one building, you know, one office. The desktops that people worked on and the server containing the files were just all in the same building on their own happy little network. This was a very secure way to operate. And then, of course, what happened? So over time, you know, the internet comes along. We started opening up networks to the internet, and this started creating all sorts of problems. Security problems, cybercrime issues, virus attacks, those sorts of things. And over time, we've all responded in certain ways to that. Of course, most organizations now moved many of their files up into the cloud, or at least back up into the cloud. But in many cases, the files are up in the cloud. Software is up in the cloud. This is kind of an interim solution. You know, people have been doing this for quite a while for very good reason. But still, we have kind of traditional desktops or laptops at the office or with the staff member at home, wherever they're working from. And in a lot of cases, we still have a lot of local files. Now, the beautiful solution to the ransomware attack / cybercrime problem, which is a very, very big problem and growing. A lot of people don't know the solution's already out there, and it's very slick. The solution was to move the entire network to the cloud. So what do I mean by that? I'm really talking about the industry has moved to cloud desktops. So the desktops, all the computing power, you know, that Windows 10 desktop that all your staff people are working on and doing their work and saving files from and everything, that's all now in the cloud too. By the way, this is not super new technology. We've been building networks this way for over 6 years. So it works great. It's completely vetted. But again, by moving the entire network to the cloud, the desktops and the applications and the server, now if a network gets attacked, now we can disaster recover an entire network in minutes. And it works beautifully. And now it makes, if you ever got hit by a ransomware attack, it's no big deal, because we'll restore the network from 10 minutes before you got attacked, and life goes on. Works great. Now your users still have machines. They still have something that looks like a computer or is a computer in front of them. So here on the right side of the graphic, they still have a device that has keys on it. It has a screen on it. And again, it might be a computer. It might be a brand new computer. It might be a 10-year-old computer. It kind of doesn't matter. It might be an old desktop, a dusty old desktop. It doesn't matter. What is pertinent to the conversation today is that machine that your staff member is typing keystrokes into, right? On the right side. It doesn't matter how old it is. It doesn't matter how little memory it has in it. It's completely irrelevant. As long as it connects to the network and has a screen and has keys that work, all the computing power in this scenario is really being done on the left side here on a cloud desktop, which is very, very quick, very robust and speedy. And doing your computing this way, the end user will always feel, their experience will always be, I'm on a brand new zippy laptop. And Doesn't matter if there's a 10-year-old computer sitting in front of them that you pulled out of the closet, dust gathering on it. You can go to your Aunt Millie's house and pull her old desktop out of the closet, and you plug it into this network, and now it's the end user is going to feel like I have a zippy brand new desktop. So let's now go back to this idea of we don't know when we're going to be able to get new computers moving forward. Lord knows how bad it's going to get. And reconfiguring your network so that it is a fully contained cloud network, which, by the way, is not that difficult to do. We often convert networks very quickly, and you can be in this new paradigm pretty quickly. Now, your existing computers can go ahead and just age as long as you want. They're never going to slow down from the standpoint of your staff people. Now we can, you can go down to, you can go pick up an old laptop at a garage sale, or who knows, and plug it in, and it's going to be a nice, zippy, brand new computer. Because again, in this scenario, the computer that your staff person is using is really on the left here. It's this cloud computer, which is always fast, which is instantly upgradable. We can add virtual RAM to these in just minutes. Maybe sometimes your employee will need to use a new program, which might require a little bit more RAM or whatever on this virtual machine, and we can just add it like that. So I really think this is actually, believe it or not, you should be doing this anyway from a security and from a cybersecurity standpoint. There are lots of very compelling reasons to already be configuring your network in this manner. But now with these supply chain issues coming up, I just kind of see this as an absolute no-brainer. This is a little difficult to wrap your head around. Sometimes we have to explain this a couple of ways because it's not necessarily intuitive. You mean I can have some 10-year-old laptop that my staff person is using, but it feels brand new? Yeah, actually. So if you want a little more explanation, or if you want to talk about it, consider about maybe for your organization specifically, feel free to reach out anytime. Feel free to call me at Promethius, 317-733-2388. Our website is promethius.com. I think a lot of organizations, as I said, you should already be considering doing this. And but now with this supply chain stuff, it might be an absolute necessity. Who knows? Okay, thank you for your time. I'll see you next time.